Wave.
The TV show Heated Rivalry, based on the second book in the series, became a global sensation.
Is there something you're really looking forward to seeing on screen in season 2?
Oh, yeah. There's like a wedding that's not like the wedding.
I was really hoping you were going to say that. That's my
There's a really
favorite
sweet scene early on in the book that I'm very much looking forward to. I don't know, Connor's going to have so much work to do. Yeah.
So he's gotta buckle up.
Welcome back to House of Maher, a Wave original. Practice your Russian and help yourself to whatever is in the fridge. The Wi-Fi password is come_2, the cottage, all caps. You should know we have a few house rules here.
Girls are magic.
Reading is hot.
And so are you. Make sure to like, subscribe on YouTube, watch while you're doing whatever you do about your day.
Yeah.
While you're getting about your day.
You
Do
freaks.
it. Our fourth Maher sister today is the undisputed queen of hockey romance. She's an author who has turned her lifelong love of the game into the New York Times bestselling Game Changers series, which has sold over 3.5 million copies and sparked a global phenomenon that has touched every sport and even the Olympics. The TV show Heated Rivalry, based on the second book in the series, became a global sensation and melted our icy hearts. Her upcoming book, Unrivaled, releases June 1st next year, but its pre-sale already created major buzz. Welcome to the family, Rachel Reid.
Very happy to be here.
Thanks so much for coming. This is so exciting you're in person with us.
It's an honor. It's an honor to be here. It's a beautiful house.
Beautiful
house. I do want to kick us off with a story of mine. Well, of my friend's, more like, who's now my friend, but had told me this story on one of the first times we'd really ever had a conversation. Things were going well. I was like, what's your Instagram? And she's like, I don't have Instagram right now. I gave it up for Lent. I was like, oh, good for you. And she's like, I got too obsessed with Heated Rivalry. And she doesn't really know me, giving me all this information. She told me she woke up every morning and would go to Twitter and go to like HudsonWilliamsUpdates.com to all the updates.com. And it was ruling her life. She gave up all social media for 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh, wow.
Thanks to you.
That's really smart, though. Like, I'm sorry to do that, but like I'm glad she did that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
For her own well-being.
Was that for Lent?
For Lent.
Wow.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to give up.
For God,
It is.
she had to give up Heated Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry for God.
Yeah.
Heated Rivalry is now officially a Peabody Award winner. Congratulations.
Isn't that nuts?
Did you ever expect this?
No. When I was writing these books at my dining room table, like almost a decade ago, no.
Right. When did you get the call that it was at least nominated?
Nominated was, I feel like it was close to a month ago, maybe.
Okay.
And then I found out that we'd won. I found out a little bit in advance of when it was announced. But yeah, I think it was like maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
I'll drink to that
Amazing.
tonight.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to drink tonight, but Heated Rivalry is a Peabody Award winning show.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to believe. It's not because the show's so good, but it's still like anything based on anything that I wrote being a Peabody Award winner is a pretty crazy feeling.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's a drop in the bucket. It's had so much reach. Right. We were in Milan for the Olympics and we saw some of the ice hockey games, all of this, and I'm pretty tuned in to Heated Rivalry that I was like part of the soundtrack. Everything was always getting connected back. It was really wonderful, the reach it has. The Red Sox is even doing a Heated Rivalry night.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to go to that?
Yes, I am. And so is like my whole family because we're a big Red Sox
Are
family.
you really?
I'm more, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking
Red
to
Sox.
camera, yes.
Yeah.
You're a sports fan, though, so
I
you
am.
love hockey, too.
Yeah, hockey's my number one. I did grow up a Red Sox fan. I've kind of been enjoying the Blue Jays lately, too. But I still have a place in my heart for the Red Sox, so I'm excited. And I love Fenway. It's just a great park.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited to go there. I heard it's sold out or close to sold out, so
Have you been
exciting.
to a game already at Fenway?
Yeah, I've been to a couple. Once when I was a kid and once with my kids. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. And now you say you love sports, obviously, big hockey fan. You just told us that your dad played rugby,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do we have a rugby romance potentially in the works?
Well, that
Like-
would be, I mean, there are rugby romances.
There's a lot of rugby
There's not
romance.
enough of them, though.
But not by you.
No, it's true. That would be a fun sport to write about, I
That
think.
would be.
Yeah.
That would be really good.
Ooh, they're rucking and mauling.
Hey!
Well, let's get on over to the group chat and see what's going on online and what's just happening while we're chatting. First off, do you have group chats? Do you have group chats with the friends?
Yeah, I've got a few group chats with friends. some with people from the show, some with other authors, some with my longtime besties.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one with, like, I'm in, like, I used to be in a band, and we still have a little chat with the four of us.
What'd you play?
I
Or
played
sing?
keyboards.
Okay.
We all sang, but it was like, just 4 women, and we're still all really good friends. So it's
That's
nice
amazing.
to still be chatting.
Where you guys write your own music and everything?
Yeah,
or-
mostly. Yeah.
Can we find it online?
Yeah, what's the name of the band?
We were a very fun live show. I don't know if it, like, I think our recordings are good, but the live experience was more what we were
That
known
was
for.
really-
But we were called the Stolen Minx. It was a fun
I
little,
like that.
Stolen Mix.
yeah,
I love
little
that.
rock band.
Did the group chat pop off when Heated Rivalry was going crazy? I cannot imagine what that was like with your girls in there and everybody be like, "What's happening, Rachel? I was obsessed."
Yeah, I think it is kind of like when the show came out, I definitely found out which of my friends had not ever read my books because they were like, I don't know if we can spoil the show.
You can
we can
spoil
spoil the
it.
show.
It's been out.
Yeah. But like when the kiss with Scott and Kip happened on the ice, like I had friends who were like, "Oh my God, I wasn't expecting that." And I was like, that was the first
You're like,
book.
you
Like,
didn't read
That's
my
1 out of
words.
6 right
Okay.
there.
Way to expose yourself.
Wow.
That's so wild.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think all of my longtime friends are just kind of baffled by
Yeah.
not baffled in a way that they don't think like they love the show and everything, but it's just hard to believe that any of this is happening to me.
Freaking Lulu. I also don't think you could spoil anything on here. I feel like
Okay.
our audience firmly is Heated Rivalry fans.
Yeah, I
They've
don't know
all
who's
seen-
only on like the third episode right now or whatever.
That's so
I
funny.
just remember that it was so funny. In the span of one weekend, I had 3 different people telling me about this new show was out, Heated Rivalry. And the thing about me is I have trouble watching or reading like sports things. A lot of
an
times because I'm
athlete
like, oh my gosh, the team doctors with a player that's wrong. So I loved your books were so good. But tell me, so you came out with them 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Or when
well,
was
I
the first
started.
one out?
The first one was out in 2018, but I'd started writing it in probably 2016. So yeah,
Okay.
we are talking about 10 years ago for the writing.
the writing portion of it.
And what drew you to writing about 2 male athletes?
It was really just an idea I had about hockey because there still hasn't been an out NHL player ever.
Yeah.
And so it was something I've been thinking about since the 90s, honestly, just because like back then it was really like there was no way, like it was definitely no way that that would happen.
Right.
But then I thought as we moved into the 2000s and 2010s, I was like, I thought by now maybe there'd be somebody, but it still didn't seem like it was ever going to happen. So
Yeah.
it was just something I thought about a lot, what it might be like if you were a closeted NHL player.
Yeah.
And so it was just an idea I had that I wrote. I didn't think it would become a whole series, but like, yeah, then it did.
You're from Nova Scotia, so who was your team?
Montreal Canadiens are my team.
Montreal
It's, yeah, I mean, Nova Scotia is kind of like you can pick your own team because we're not really close to anywhere.
Right.
But most people are either Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, or Boston Bruins.
Right. And you just knew the lore about all of them.
Yeah, I've just been obsessed with hockey since I was a little
Right.
kid.
Was it, well, you said your dad played rugby, but was he also big
He
into
played hockey as well, yeah, and yeah, big sports fan just generally. He also played baseball. He played all sorts of stuff, but yeah, big sports fan. So watching hockey was something we could do together.
It's amazing.
And look what it's turned into.
Hey.
Yeah.
You were really the first one at those hockey games. Because there's like TikToks now of people like, okay, when do they kiss? And that was you in the 90s.
That was
Okay,
you.
Dad, this is fun, but when do they kiss?
The OG waiting for it. Did you base when you first started like this process and you sat down at your dining room table and you're like, I wonder what would happen? Were you basing them on players?
No, I don't like to do that. I like, I think that there's like types of players that are maybe like inspiring the characters. So like, there's like really kind of stoic, kind of good boy captains that would be kind of like Scott Hunter or Shane Hollander. And then there's like the cocky, like European, like bad boy, which would be Ilya, obviously. So just different types.
I've read all 6 books. Read them a few times.
She's read them back in the day.
Before the show was even
OG,
announced.
She's an O freaking.
I actually was looking at my messages because my friend was the one who recommended me it. And I was like, I wonder if I can. And I think it was early 2025. And I just remember I have the text to be like, no, because I hadn't read The Long Game yet. And I was like, no, when do they get happy and like out together? And she's like, just keep going, keep going. And so then, all the way through. And so I felt almost like the person standing on a cardboard or on a box shouting to town square, like a show is coming out. I need everyone to watch it. Like, get with it.
Yeah.
We were in Mexico City when the first episode went out, and I was like, okay, guys, when we get back to the States, I'm gonna need to use your TV. Like, my show is on.
She
this
made
is
a
my
whole
show.
plan. It was just so exciting. And I think I love too, just like you made a post on Instagram for your 45th birthday, just saying like, hey, can't say I'm too excited, but who knows what will happen. And now you know what happened.
Yeah.
Like, what was that manifestation? What was it like making that post and then immediately all this happening?
Yeah, I got my first tattoo right before my birthday, and I got a loon. It's like here on my arm.
Oh,
Very nice.
And I got it because I just wanted to remember that moment of anticipation right before the show came out. Like, it was so exciting, and like as we got closer and closer, just like the excitement seemed to be building online and stuff. And I saw more and more of the show, so I knew how good it was going to be. And I was talking to the actors and stuff a lot, and about their own kind of excitement. We all kind of felt like maybe all of our lives were about to change, which they did. And maybe way more than we were expecting.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to remember that moment. Like, however it went, I was like, I always wanted to remember how excited I was in this exact time. So.
And why the loon?
Yeah. The loon is like from Heated Rivalry. There's like a little part at the cottage where Ilya is scared of a loon because he's never heard one before. And yeah, I thought when the show was on, because a lot of people were talking online, like making loon references. And I was like, people who are new to this are going to be wondering why on earth people keep talking about loons, because it doesn't get answered until the final episode.
Right.
So, but that's what fans of the series call themselves.
now
So,
does Ilya get a loon tattoo in Long Game?
yes. Not
I was nervous I was wrong for a second.
This is up on his kind of upper arm
Yeah.
kind of situation. But it's a different kind of loon tattoo, but same little idea, I guess.
Who first came to you with the idea to make these books into a show? And were you like gung-ho about it? Or were you like, could you not see it as a show?
Well, it was Jacob Tierney reached out to me on Instagram, just DM'd me, the showrunner. And he's a pretty big deal in Canada. Mm-hmm. So I was surprised because I didn't think my books were particularly adaptable. Because they're like pretty raunchy. So yeah, but then we had a Zoom call and he just like laid out this amazing idea for the show, and it was exactly what I would want to hear. Like, it was. Yeah, it just sounded amazing, everything he said. And so I was very excited right away.
Yeah.
And really touched that he was such a fan of the books and just really wanted to do this.
And he saw the vision.
Yeah. And the show is exactly what he laid out. Like, the show everybody watched, that's what he told me he wanted to do. And it's nice.
Did the show pan out similar to like what you had in your mind when you were writing it? Does it look similar, or what were the big differences?
Yeah, there were a lot of scenes that I was really kind of emotional watching because it was so much like what was in my head. Like the line deliveries, the expressions, just everything. I mean, some things are different and maybe like better than I was picturing in my head, but like, yeah, it was very satisfying to watch.
Wow. Was there anything you told Jacob, this is how I would like it to be, like that you had a super strong opinion about?
I didn't really have to, because we were pretty aligned. Like, he really understood the characters, the story, everything that was important. Yeah, right from our very first conversation, I wasn't worried about it. He really got it. And then he sent me the scripts and all of that. So, I knew how good it was going to be, how faithful it was to the books, but also the things he added were really great. And yeah.
We're always talking about what we're listening to, but how we listen also matters. That's why we've been all in on JBL's live headphones for our audiobooks.
They're perfect for anyone who wants an immersive audio experience and loves getting lost in a great audiobook or podcast.
And trust me, I love getting lost in a great audiobook.
JBL's live headphones really take it to the next level with their bold, unfiltered sound.
Whether you're at home or on a long-haul flight, the Live's 80-hour battery life is perfect for a long listening sesh, so you don't have to press pause when the story gets good.
They're perfect for a daily commute because the True Adaptive Noise Cancellation 2.0 with real-time adjustments lets you decide how deeply you immerse yourself.
From fantasy and fairy smut on the beach to saga fiction or true crime, the JBL's live headphones bring every gripping, vivid, even steamy detail to life in full color.
So if you're ready to tune out the noise and lean into your own original sound, throw on a pair of JBL Live headphones and let every story hit exactly the way it was supposed to.
With a range of colors to match your vibe, find your pair at jbl.com.
Getting your sunglasses tangled in your hair sucks. Trust us, we know. That's why Shady Rays tangle-free sunglasses are game-changing.
They're made with smooth, snag-free nose pieces that glide right through your hair. So no tugging, no pulling, and no ruining your fresh blowout.
Pop them on your head, slide them down mid-selfie, or whip them off while chasing your sister with zero hassle.
They're lightweight, polarized, and cute enough to go with everything from a messy bun and athleisure to a glam brunch look.
We were just taking a drive yesterday, and Adriana was wearing hers, and she looked good as hell. With more than 300,000 five-star reviews, it's obvious that when something actually delivers, women can't stop talking about it.
And every pair includes lost and broken protection. Forget them in the sand, drop them in a parking lot, or sit on them in the car, they'll still have your back.
It's time to upgrade your shades and be kind to your hair.
Head to shadyrays.com, snag your tangle freeze, and finally call it quits with painful sunglasses for good.
The best part? We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use code HOM for 50% off 2 or more polarized sunglasses.
Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
This is our section called Tea Time, where we're just really going to get into all these details. So that I love that kind of like it is what you saw, and even then it was something better because it was like in your head. Now it's these humans doing it. Who were you picturing as actors? Like when he first came to you, you were like, okay, perfect. I want this person and this person. Or were you kind of like, I trust him?
We were on the same page about going with unknowns. We both thought unknowns was the way to go. I mean, for one thing, these characters are quite young, so there's that. We definitely didn't want guys who were like in their mid-30s to be playing like guys who are 17 to 25 over the course of the show. We it was really important that Shane was Asian, biracial. We weren't going to change that. And I think when we first started talking, we were like, well, whoever plays Ilya is going to have to hopefully really be Russian, because there's no way that we'll find somebody who's believably Russian. We just like, if he's not believably Russian, the whole thing falls apart. It's so important that that's believable. So, much later when Jacob's like, we think we might go with this American guy, I was like, but Jacob was so excited about him, and I was like, okay. And, as soon as I saw what he could do, I was like, yeah.
You're like, yeah,
that's Ilya.
We're going with the American guy.
Right.
Yeah.
The show is so Canadian.
Yeah.
Produced in Canada, mostly Canadian actors. Behind the scenes, it's Canada. So I think you guys are very intentional with casting him, and it worked out.
Yeah.
Just so I don't, wasn't it also like a smaller Canadian production house too?
Yeah. I mean, it's as far as Canada goes, it's a big one. But by like Hollywood standards, it's very small.
And were you in the writer's room?
No,
were you just
I wasn't.
Consulting or?
Nope. I was just like, Jacob would send me the scripts.
Cool.
And he was, he liked to hear my notes, but I wasn't really giving him much as far as notes went. I was just like, this is great.
Yeah, you did the work already.
My note was, this is amazing.
That's amazing to be able to have that trust in him as a creative partner for that.
Were there any romances that inspired you when you were writing?
There's a series called Captive Prince, which is a very, I really enjoy the series. It's by C.S. Pacat.
Okay.
And it's an enemies to lovers. It's like a very, a very slow burn, very epic. It's spread over 3 books, the love story. But it's like a prince and his and this other prince who's been captured and is now kind of his slave. And it's very good. It's very raunchy. But it's very romantic. And it's 2 very different personalities. And I think that was, I definitely read it after I'd written at least Game Changer, maybe a little bit while I was writing Heated Rivalry. But I think it definitely made me realize what you can do as far as pushing boundaries. And I really like the dynamic of the characters. So I would say that was probably a bit of an influence.
Absolutely. And now did Connor and Hudson bring anything to these characters that was unexpected?
They brought so much to those characters. I mean, yeah, I liked everything that they brought to those characters. I think the thing that amazed me the most, and it was right away, the first day I visited the set, because the thing about Shane as a character is he's very in his own head. So it's a lot of people were wondering how we were going to see what Shane's thinking and feeling without having like a Wonder Years style like commentary running over the top of it. And I think what Hudson was able to do with his face is like unbelievable acting. Like you know what Shane is thinking and feeling at all times, even when he's not speaking. And I was just like, even the very first tiny scene I watched him film, which didn't have any dialogue, I was amazed. Wow. So, and I said that to him at the end of the first day, like, just, you know, the way that everything's just on your face is
incredible.
Amazing. Like,
just the choice to have these unknowns was so incredible and so exciting, I think, for the audience, and also added to everything that was this amazing moment, because people want to get to know new people. I think we're tired of seeing the same faces in the same movies and the same shows, and there they are again. And like to be able to like grab onto and see these two very talented, very cool new people, just like, I made me so excited. I was like, who are they? I gotta know everything. Tell me what's happening. And I love that choice.
We've never seen them in any other roles, so it's not like, oh, that's a Marvel character, that's a superhero I know who's now doing this. They're fresh. I've only ever known them in this. Yeah. They smashed it out of the water.
Smashed out of the park.
Smashed out of
sports people.
Smashed off the ice.
She smashed off the ice.
Off the boards. I don't know.
The board.
I don't know. Smashed into boards.
Over the glass.
Ah, there it is.
God, we are good. So we discussed that you started writing Heated Rivalry 10 years ago. And now you are starting to write the third one of Shane and Ilya, the seventh one. Is it included in the Game Changer series?
It is. Yeah, it'll be the seventh book in that series. It's a very confusing series because books 2 and 6 are about the same couple, now 7 as well. But they just became the breakout stars of the series, so that's just what we're doing.
And when you read it, it makes sense. You know?
It's your series, so you can do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly. We can break all the rules.
Cameos, they blend into one another. So I personally like the way you did it. But since that was 10 years ago when you first started, your life has changed.
Yeah.
You know, you've changed as a person. How do you think that will reflect in writing Shane and Ilya now?
Well, the biggest change is the anticipation that people have for this book. Like, I think I'm in like really like rare air now for authors where like not many people are writing a series where there's this much anticipation about for the next book, and that people have like this many opinions about the characters. So it definitely feels like way more pressure than I've ever had before. But I'm also like really lucky to be in this position. So it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword.
Are you in a pressure is privilege feeling situation?
Yeah.
To quote Billie Jean King? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, that is a good way to look at it. I mean, yeah, I also keep saying like champagne problems. You know?
So many people want to read. Yeah.
I know. It's like everybody wants to buy this book. And, like, it's definitely gonna be a bestseller.
I'm excited for my heart.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's like I'm busy, so it's hard to find time. But again, I'm busy because everything's so successful. So it's like, it's not bad. These aren't bad problems.
What made you, kind of talked about it, what made you want to continue on with the second book with the same couple? Because a lot of books I read, or the series that we read, it's always a different couple. Did you just feel like there was more to their story to be told?
I just wanted to give them a happier ending, and now I guess an even happier ending. But they just didn't leave my head. Like the other characters, usually when I finish the book, I don't really think about them that much anymore. But these guys just kind of kept talking to me.
Really?
So the story had to be continued. And, you know, I think my publisher at first was like, it's kind of weird to do like a 6th book that's like the sequel to the second book. But there was just so much demand for it. Like by that point, people were really into those two characters. So
I read Heated Rivalry. I have the text saying, so what happens? You know, that's exactly why you wrote it.
Yeah.
Could you possibly set the stage for Unrivaled for us?
Yes, for the
I
audience.
can. Yeah, like if you've read The Long Game, you know that by the end of it, they're on the same team. If you've seen the cover for Unrivaled, you also know that.
There you go.
So at the end of The Long Game, they do get married and they are out. Everybody knows that they're a couple, obviously, they get married. And they're on the same team in Ottawa. So that's where we leave them at the end of The Long Game. But, you know, I just kept thinking about, like, that's not really the end of their problems or the end of anything, really. It's the start of everything. It's the beginning of them being in, like, a sort of normal relationship, at least not a secret one. It's the first time they're teammates. There's going to be a huge backlash. There's going to be all sorts of people feeling different things about them being this married couple who are teammates. Like, that is brand new in the league. And some people are going to really, really love that. And some people are going to really, really hate that. And some people are going to be weird and parasocial about it. And like, there's so much stuff. So I just wanted to examine it a bit.
It's so funny because in my realm in rugby, that's very normal for us in women's rugby. We have somebody who got on the podcast, Portia Woodman, started dating her teammate, and now they're married with kids. I know so many who date people on different teams, women. So it's so interesting how it's like real life for women's rugby, and there's probably some in the NHL, but
women's hockey for sure.
Women's hockey for sure. But interesting how that's kind of like so norm for women, but men it's just not the same at all. And I like that you aren't just going to end it on it's and everything's good.
Yeah, because
don't worry, guys.
Happily ever after.
So accepted, we are fine.
Yeah, everyone's just celebrating them.
It's Hannah Montana taking the wig off, and everyone's going to keep the secret. Okay, no, it's real life. I love that.
Yeah, so this is it's been fun, kind of continuing it. Because, I'm glad I'm doing it because I do think there's a little more to tell there.
And I'm hoping and excited to see cameos from the other books come in, especially the ones that we've grown to love on the Centaurs.
Yeah, it's nice writing like that team as a whole. It's kind of like it's like its own character. So, yeah.
Larger than life.
Yeah, it's nice to meet them or reunite with all of them.
And is there a character you're excited to write again? Or, I mean, you've been writing, but to write again? Like, is there someone that's the loudest in your brain who won't shut up?
Probably Shane. Shane's the one I like think about the most.
Why?
I don't know. I just really like him. I love writing from his point of view. I don't know. I think because he has the hardest time sometimes with things. So I'm always worried about him. I'm always thinking about him. So
yeah.
I'm like Ilya that way.
Yeah, I think you also left Shane in the long game with a lot of like internal struggles as well, especially regarding his eating. But then Ilya has such support from Ottawa, and now we're gonna see. I was just telling them the line about like he was expecting to see the jerseys in the rafters.
Okay.
Ugh, haunts me. It's one of those things where I'm like, and he never will.
No.
And he never will, but hopefully, maybe an Ottawa rafter.
While you're writing with all this anticipation, are you avoiding fan theories? Are you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Can you talk about that?
I'm avoiding a lot of stuff online.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to hear any opinions about what should be in this book because that'll really mess me up.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of fanfic out there. Can't see any of that.
Right.
Yeah, I just generally stay out of fan spaces. The only place I really am is Instagram. I'm not on Threads, just Instagram. And I kind of don't go looking for any Heated Rivalry stuff.
Which is crazy because it owns the internet.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Really exposed.
At least my internet, the one I pay for.
Every woman's internet.
Everybody's.
But I think that's very smart because if you saw something that maybe you liked, but then that's not, something you thought of or created. So you're staying in a very safe zone.
Yeah, I also, if I see something that's similar to what I'm writing, I'll start to spiral because I'll think like, oh, it'll look like I took this idea or something.
Right.
So yeah, I just generally just don't because I don't want to start spiraling and questioning everything I've written.
And especially because the fandom is so massive and very passionate that it can be very sticky. And I can imagine there's so many opinions and there's probably also a lot of hate out of there.
Yeah, and I can't please everyone. All I can do is kind of pretend none of the fandom exists and I'm just writing for myself again because that's what I did for the first few books and it was, successful. So I'm going to try to do that again.
What is that process like for you? Do you have to be in a certain place, in a certain time, in a certain headspace?
Cottage? I write I write in my windowless basement for the most part. So
on a collapsible plastic table, like what?
Basically, it's pretty sad down there, just surrounded by like boxes and junk. And
really,
yeah. So that sort of grounds me. That helps. I don't know. I live in Nova Scotia, so it's pretty separate from all of the hype, I guess. And it's a small place. So yeah, just being there with my kids and stuff, it just reminds me of the way things were before all of this.
Yeah.
So.
What's been your kids' reception to all of this?
They think it's pretty cool. They also think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, I think when I get recognized in public, they find that hilarious. I mean,
How old are your kids?
16 and 12. So they have friends that are fans too, which is also a weird experience for them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I would think that's so cool. My mom wrote that, but the 16-year-old probably be like, oh my gosh.
Mom.
They're too cool for school, those 16-year-olds.
Yeah, right.
I'm not someone who's usually going to spend an hour doing my makeup, but I still want to look like I have my life together.
Well, if you're looking for great makeup and skincare that's effortless, look no further than Merit Beauty.
They make clean, vegan, cruelty-free products that all have nourishing skincare ingredients for a natural put-together look.
I love that Merit has so many easy-to-use products. My favorite is the Minimalist, which works double duty as both a foundation and concealer, so you can get quick coverage without layering a bunch of products. And also, do not forget about the Flush Balm, which gives you a natural, healthy glow without overdoing it. I'm actually wearing 2 shades of it right now because I love the Flush Balm. I don't know. I feel like a makeup artist. What can I say?
Merit is an absolute game changer when it comes to elevated makeup products that make your life easier. Right now, Merit Beauty is offering our listeners their signature makeup bag with your first order at meritbeauty.com.
That's meritbeauty.com to get your free signature makeup bag with your first order.
meritbeauty.com.
Ladies, if your bras are driving you crazy, you need to hit Third Love up.
Don't force yourself to wear uncomfortable bras. And just so we're clear, if your bra is uncomfortable, it's not your body, it's the bra.
Third Love's bras are so comfy, you honestly forget you're even wearing one. I refuse to gatekeep. I love the 24/7 classic wireless bra. In fact, it's on me right now. It's generally so comfortable and it fits me so well.
I love something without underwire. Whoa.
Third Love makes bras that fit real bodies. Their sizes range from AA to H, and they even have half cups, so you finally get a bra that fits all of you, not most of you.
The feeling of having a bra that actually fits is amazing. Absolutely magical.
No digging straps, awkward spillage, or bands that are just tight enough to be annoying. Third Love's just built different.
If you're ready to upgrade to a bra you actually enjoy wearing, use code MAR15 for $15 off your first purchase at thirdlove.com.
Were there any fandoms you were part of growing up?
Not like really, like I was a hockey fan, but I wasn't really like, I don't know if I have that fan personality where you get like super invested in a fandom. So like I have one of my best friends is, and is always in a fandom. She's told me like, no, you're not a fangirl. You're just, it's not who you are. But I do, there have been different things I've been very into, but like, I think hockey's the thing that's been the most consistent.
Did you write fanfic?
Not much. I wrote, like, when I was in my early 20s, I, like, wrote a bit of Smallville fanfic, which is, like, embarrassing to even admit. It's embarrassing to admit I was watching that. Yeah. But I did a tiny bit, and then maybe, like, a million years later, I wrote a little bit of, like, Marvel Cinematic Universe. And there was, like, a bit of comic book-based fanfic. But, like, seriously, like, maybe over the course of 15 years, I might have written, like, 5 or 6 fanfics, and they're all gone now. Like I deleted them all.
You got rid of that.
I heard Game Changers was originally Steve Rogers and Bucky fanfic
Game
started.
Changer was originally original characters. It's much more confusing than this.
Let's hear it.
Please
So
explain.
like I started writing it. I want to say I started writing Game Changer like 2015 or something like that, or maybe even earlier, as original, and then I just like walked away from it for months, and then I went back to it and worked on it some more. And then I was like, I didn't know what to do with it because I just didn't want, the idea of anybody reading what I'd written was mortifying. So I decided to like rework it as fanfic, which I'd never written. Like, I guess that would be what you call like AU fanfic or like alternate universe, where you take characters and they have totally different lives than they do in canon. So it was like, so now Scott was Steve Rogers, which that kind of made sense because he's very much a Captain America type, which was very popular in romance novels at that time. And then I didn't really change Kip at all. I just changed his name. There's no difference in the fanfic version. And, added a bit of Marvel stuff to it. But and I posted it like a few chapters at a time. And I got like instant feedback, and I got like, people saying like, this is good. Like, I really like this. And it gave me the confidence I needed to fix up the original version, send it to publishers. So I'm really grateful to the people that gave me nice feedback on that fanfic version. I took it down very quickly, which I've always felt guilty about. But the fanfic community helped me become a published author by giving me the courage to let other people read my fiction, which was very difficult for me. So
That's amazing.
I appreciate it. And I know that what I did was weird and I have a lot of regrets about it, but I can't
No, look where
fully
you
regret
are.
it because
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I may never have sent it. So.
Yeah.
You did a reverse Uno.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
We can only thank that fanfic community.
Yep.
I wonder now, with just this explosion of fame, what are you doing for you to stay like good and to stay healthy? Because even for me, as I get, after Olympics when I was such an explosion, you have to take time for yourself. What does that look like?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're figuring it out.
I think as long as I'm on this deadline, I won't know. But like once the book is done and some of the other stuff I have to do right after that is done, basically next year I think is going to be really good. But yeah, no, this year's been amazing, but it has been a lot. It's been pretty nonstop. And having a deadline in the background is a lot too. It's like being in college again, where you should always, any free time is really time you should be writing.
And if you're not, you feel guilty about
Yes,
it.
yes.
I'm
So-
an empath, so don't worry. I'll take some of that stress from you. Don't
appreciate
even
it.
worry. Relax a little bit. I'll get stressed. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Olivia and I joke about, Olivia's my manager, we joke about all the time, like, you know what? Fall 2027, I'm taking a break.
It's going to go crazy.
And then it keeps going, okay, you know what? Spring 2028,
It's going to be a movie.
I'm taking a vacation.
Oh, it's going to be crazy.
But it's like, it's just so exciting. I quoted it before, but like, it's very tiring, but you just don't get tired of it. I imagine the same for you. Like, how
No.
exciting.
I mean, everything's been like, it's stuff I don't want to say no to because it's
Right.
it's all fun. It's great. But yeah, I'm like, okay, January is going to be really relaxing.
January 2027.
That's the month. But everything up until then is going to be pretty hectic, I think.
Yeah, it's impressive, though, that you are just on Instagram and you manage to kind of keep it quiet around there. Do people try telling you stuff? Like, do your friends or your group chat or?
Yeah, sometimes people send me stuff. I don't mind some of it, but yeah, sometimes I'm like, no, don't even show me this. I don't want to know. But yeah, I mean, I do check in on some things. Like I'm going to be checking like Connor and Hudson's Met Gala looks tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to check those out.
Of course, I'll be on Hudson Williams updates. My friend won't, but I will.
And I'll bet it'll be on Instagram. I bet I won't have to look very hard.
No,
It'll be the first thing when you
Yeah.
That'll be the first freaking thing. Is there something you're really looking forward to seeing on screen in season 2?
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely there's like a wedding that's not like the wedding.
I was really hoping you were going to say that. That's my
There's a really sweet
favorite
scene early on in the book that I'm very much looking forward to. And then I don't know, Connor's gonna have so much work to do. Like it's a really yes.
So he's gotta buckle up.
No, yeah, Connor's gonna have like a ton of work to do as Ilya because Ilya does a lot in the long game and has a kind of a rough ride. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing them having like arguments and stuff. I want to see them fight a little.
Yeah, right. And when you were writing the Russian bits, did you have anyone consulting on that?
Yeah, I definitely ran that by some native Russian speakers. I had to take their word for it.
Yeah, right.
You know, I hope they weren't punking me, but like as far as I know, it's all good.
It's all good so far.
God, have you seen the casting of the new characters for season 2 already?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Keep your secrets, Rachel.
Keep your secrets. Or don't.
Anything to share?
Nothing official yet, but I know probablys.
I wonder when it was first coming out, when people were sending in their self-tapes, was it just like a smaller pool? When you were casting for this, was it just, and Jake probably knows, was it just massive?
From what I understand, yeah, I think it was a pretty small pool for season 1, and then obviously this season, everyone on Earth is probably trying to get on the show.
Right.
Or trying to get their music on the show.
Yeah. Oh, God, their music, the impact.
Yeah, because the ripple effect this show's had for like people's careers has been crazy. Like so many people are doing great from this show that, you know, even are just like tangentially related to it, which has been really awesome to see.
Yeah.
Was there any music you'd like to see in season 2?
Jacob has such great taste in music. Again, I really trust him.
Does he have one like music editor he works with, or?
There's definitely a music editor, and then there's also like Peter did the score. So assume he will be doing the score again. I don't know, but I
hope so.
probably.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Let's keep this good thing going.
We kind of talk about this a lot, that we're in a yearning renaissance, or we also talk a lot about like we're in a crush drought. And I think so many people found just like enjoyment in reading romance, like you write it. And how else do you try to inject that into your, like, where else do you take that inspiration from?
During the pandemic, people got really into romance.
Yeah.
And like, I think it was also just kind of like, it synced up with the ebook boom as well, so that people could kind of hide what they were reading.
Right,
right. And I think that's why we have things like a lot of like monster romance and like like things that weren't mainstream before, you know, are now all over. Like they're at the front of Barnes and Noble now.
There's a book talk table.
Yeah, that's like just tentacle romance.
Yeah.
Whereas before you wouldn't see that.
And maybe tentacle romance doesn't need to be seen as much.
But like even like queer romance was not really in bookstores until
No.
very recently. So that's been great. So I guess like when I write, I think about, because I've gotten so many letters from people over the years about, you know, how these books and other romance novels have helped get them through some dark times. You know, people have told me that this has gotten them through like cancer treatment or through the death of a loved one or something like that, like something heavy. It's like romance is such a nice thing to retreat to.
Yeah.
And things like right now are so stressful and bad for so many people that I think, again, it's just romance is there. And the show, I think the same thing. I think it's why the show is so popular. It's just, it was kind of a life raft.
So you are writing Unrivaled. Do you have any plans to write another book out after that, or is that way too far ahead?
I will. Yeah, I want to take a bit of a break.
I think you deserve that.
And I want to really think about the best idea for the next book and what it would be. I'd like to do something that's not hockey. Like I'd like to try that.
Would you stay in the sports world?
Maybe I'd like to do something very different. Like, I don't know. I have like a few ideas and they're kind of all over the place. So I guess when the time comes, I'll see which one.
It's all various forms of tentacle porn.
Yeah, I'd like to do something different. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe it's smarter to stay a little closer to what I've been doing.
Would you potentially write a lesbian romance?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I would like to do for sure. And also, you know, I'd like to write something that's not a romance at all, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
So there's, you know, all sorts of stuff.
Flex those muscles.
When do you think we will see an out NHL player?
I'd be pretty surprised if it was soon. But
Really?
You never know.
Even after all of this?
Sometimes I wonder if this would make it harder because people are so obsessed now. Like they get too much attention.
That's interesting, yeah. And to be the first after all of this, too.
It'd be like more attention. Like it'd be global attention instead of just like North America attention.
But then you get to write your name in the history books.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe a cameo on.
Yeah. Do it now before they start filming.
There is an out NHL prospect, I should
Yes.
say. Like
Yes.
Luke Prokop has been out for years. So I don't want to take anything away from that. He exists and I really admire him.
Yeah.
But nobody who's actively played an NHL game.
There's nothing like the rush of completely zoning out and finding pure freedom in a great workout.
That's why we're fired up about the Peloton cross-training Tread Plus with Peloton IQ. It's more than just a treadmill. It's designed to make every session feel tailored to you and locked into the present moment. Peloton IQ maps out a training path that's uniquely yours so you can stop overthinking and just move.
With features that help you plan, stay motivated, and achieve peak performance, you can let yourself run, lift, and stretch while Peloton handles the rest.
Peloton IQ delivers intelligent strength coaching that keeps you in the zone. It tracks every rep and adjusts in real time. So no number crunching, no second guessing, no wondering if you're doing it right, just the feel-good release of letting go.
I'm obsessed with the swivel screen and personalized programs. One smooth spin, I can go from running on the Tread Plus to strength training next to it without breaking my flow.
Peloton IQ can also create workout plans and recommend weekly classes that match your mood and energy.
The vibes are immaculate, so let yourself run, lift, fail, try, and go.
Explore the new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com. There's a moment every NFL fan lives for, when the whole team is locked in, when the play unfolds exactly as it was drawn up.
Every single person on that field showing up for each other at exactly the right time. You know that moment, everything coming together all at once. And the best part, nobody got there alone.
That's the feeling U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings was built around. Because your financial life shouldn't be a juggling act. It should work like a team.
Your checking and savings working in sync, tracking your spending, building your balance, and unlocking more rewards the more you use them together.
That's why U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings are designed to do exactly that. Work together for you, so we can reward you more. Because the best teams are built to win together. That's the power of us.
Visit usbank.com today to learn more. Official bank sponsor of the NFL, member FDIC, 2026 US Bank. All right. You're rolling with an Olympian, so we're going to play a little game we like to call bronze, silver, gold. You'll have 3 options, and you have to rank them in their Olympic order for you. Your opinion. Take your time and talk through your reasoning if you want for each one. The category is queer romances. Surprise, surprise. Bronze, silver, or gold. Call Me By Your Name, Brokeback Mountain, or Happiest Season.
I do like Call Me By Your Name a lot. Mm-hmm. I think that would be the gold for me. You know what? I really do like Brokeback Mountain, but it is a bummer. Not that,
Yeah, true.
it's not something I want to watch
Right.
a lot.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful movie, with like amazing acting.
And Heath Ledger.
I'm still gonna put it at bronze though.
Okay. Bronze.
Yeah. Happiest Season.
Happiest Season.
Well, that would be silver. Yeah.
Silver. Call Me By Your Name, gold.
Yep.
That feels right.
Yep.
That feels right. Did you guys watch Happiest Season?
I did.
I first didn't know what it was, and then I realized, oh, it's that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not know that was the name of
Christmas
it.
titles.
Christmas time. They're all
I think it
the
was
same.
also hurt that it was a Christmas movie because people think they can only watch it at Christmas time.
Right.
But it is.
Intriguing.
There's not that many,
That's a really good point.
lesbian or women loving women movies, and it's
Did you see that? I think it was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
He was talking about how Brokeback Mountain even kind of like what was once perceived that people did not like this gay romance and they were just hated and the media were obscuring them back at that time. And now like to see how even though it's evolved with Heated Rivalry, so in some ways they've gone through that to get to this point where it's it was loved and accepted in the media.
I remember when Brokeback Mountain came out, it wasn't in many theaters at first. It was
Yeah.
actually quite difficult to see it, and one of like the smaller theaters in my city had it, and I went to see it like 4 times at least.
Really?
But just because there weren't a lot of queer movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even though it was very sad, I went to see it 4 times. But yeah, no, I mean things are changing anyway.
This is the part of the show where we discussed what's happening on Book Talk and on Goodreads, adaptation news, and this week's Book Nook is sponsored by JBL, Made to Be Heard.
JBL Live headphones are amazing when you want to get lost in a great audiobook, as I know, because I be locked into my audiobooks. I myself like to queue up the Heated Rivalry cottage ambiance videos on YouTube while I read. Guilty.
She does. She's a lo-fi girl. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, those type of
loves
things.
that.
Yeah, ambiance videos.
And I can think of a few audiobooks I can immerse myself in.
I love it. So we want to talk about the process of making the Game Changer audiobooks. What was that like from your perspective?
It was, I mean, it's going to be boring because it's largely hands-off for me.
Really?
Yeah. From starting from the 4th book, I was able to choose the audiobook narrator from a list. So I chose Cooper North, who I really liked from some other books. So books 4 through 6 are all Cooper North, and he also did Time to Shine as well. And he has kind of a young tone to his voice, so I liked that. But then when I wrote The Shots You Take, which is about retired players who are in their 40s, I went with another narrator that I really liked, Greg Boudreau, because I knew he had a bit of an older tone.
Right.
So I'm a big fan of audiobooks and of narrators. I think like what they do is really amazing. It's like, I mean, sort of like with animated movies, there's like a trend towards getting like Hollywood actors to do them. But I think, it's like a professional voice actor, professional book narrator is like such a skill. So I still really champion the audiobook narrators.
They are celebrities to me. I'll tell you what.
And that's their profession, that's their field. You want to make sure that there's roles out there.
Yeah.
That you're doing a small part or a big part to ensure that is maintained.
Did you listen to any audiobooks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Would you have a favorite?
I think the ones I re-listen to the most would be like, I say a lot that I really like Kat Sebastian's books. She's an author I love, and she has a lot of really good audiobooks. But
Why do you love hers?
she's a really great writer. She writes mostly male romance. It was pretty much all historical, but she recently wrote her first contemporary. And she gets really good audiobook narrators, and I re-listen to them a lot. So
I just have, and my thing is too, do you just like a basic narrated audiobook or those dramatized, like sound effect, full production.
Oh, yeah. I prefer not those.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something else.
Yeah.
That's like a radio play. It's a different experience.
And I almost want to read it how it was meant to be, how the author, wanted it.
I mean, the other things can be fun, but I think if I'm reading a book for the first time, I want it to just be straight up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what kind of books do you listen to?
All sorts of stuff. I do listen to a lot of romance, but not entirely that. Like right now I'm listening to Babel by R.F. Kuang.
I've been listening to that as well.
It's really good. It's very long.
Yeah.
I got stuck. I got to get back in it.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
What is it, like 38 hours or something like that?
I don't know. It has a lot of footnotes, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're all read as well. So.
Oh.
It has a lot of what?
Footnotes.
Oh, and okay. How does that happen?
Yeah,
basically, as soon as a footnote appears, cuts to the footnote narrator, who's a different narrator.
Oh, that's a bit jarring.
But they're kind of funny though. Like it doesn't take away from the story. Like they're kind of fun side things.
Mm-hmm. I actually like it when it is with one narrator. Like I like when I think it's such, as we're talking about, it's a skill when they add this slight accent and you're like, oh, I know that's who they're talking about there, or because of the way they've changed their voice.
That's her boy voice.
It's a skill. They're good at this.
It's a skill for a male narrator to not have like a woman voice that makes me want to die.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is one thing I like about Cooper North. I also really liked his Ilya accent. That's another thing that, can make or break something. So yeah, accents are important.
You said that you got a list of names, could pick one out. Did you hear like an audition, or was it just kind of blind faith?
I was pretty much just familiar with them already because I was such an audiobook fan. So, and I was just thinking about my book specifically because some of the narrators I liked, but I didn't think they had the right tone for these characters.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about any of their ability to do a Russian accent, so I was kind of like unsure. But
right.
But yeah, I thought Cooper North did a pretty good job.
That's been recommended a bunch on this.
Yeah.
We need
Brittany
Broski. She recommended
That's
it
why
as
I
well.
started it.
Because she recommended it on the show. Damn, Ilona, we got to lock in, babe.
It's good. It's really good.
It's really good, but it's very long.
Yeah.
And are you reading, that's one that's very much so talked about right now. Are you often reading, what's being talked about on bestseller lists or just sort of when somebody recommends it to you?
I'm usually behind. Lately, I'm so far behind.
Really?
I've been very slowly reading books lately. So I'm usually not up on the bestsellers. But usually I get to them eventually.
Because you read or listen to so many audiobooks, do you sometimes get scared of the ones that are too long?
Yes. Because I want to be able to say I finished a book much quicker. So, yeah, I definitely do.
What's your audiobook listening speed?
She's fast.
But do you make it fast? Do you set it to a faster?
Yes.
I do.
She's like 2 point. What are you?
Oh, whoa.
No, she's very fast.
Oh, okay.
I know it's probably not good, but I will say when I start a book, I keep it at a normal, like a 1.3, 1.5 because I will say, when you start a book, maybe it's just because I've been listening to somebody now, I feel like the narrators are slowing it way down. Like they are going word
I usually start at
for
1.2 because it's definitely going to be too slow at 1.
Yes. Absolutely. And that seems like a normal speed.
I usually leave it there, but sometimes they're still too slow. I think the highest I go is 1.5, though, because then you start to lose the performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Not for me, I'm telling you what.
It's hurting your attention span.
Do you ever do not finish a book?
All the
DNF?
time.
Will you do that?
All the time. I will do it on first page. I don't care.
Really?
I will do it on the last chapter. I don't care. I'll just, if it's like life is too short.
I will do that too, but you don't do it.
No.
She will finish a book, whether it's time where it's like, I've gone 80% of the way, and I'm like, all right.
I stop books at 80% all the time because I'm like, you know what, I get it.
I've
read enough to say I've read it.
Right.
I read a lot of romance too, and especially sometimes when the romance is just, it happens so fast, and then you still have so much of the book left, but they haven't properly built it out that I'm like, well, why? The first half is so heavy. And then I'm just kind of, what am I reading at the end?
Yeah, pacing is extremely important with romance. You have to know when that moment is to have them kiss for the first time or whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, because if it's too soon, you got a lot of book left and maybe nobody's interested anymore.
Yeah.
But if it's too late, they've lost interest before it happens.
Yeah.
Olivia was just talking about it in her book. She's like, barely in, they've already done P and V. She's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, okay.
What's left?
Whoa! What are we doing? How do you know when the right moment is? You're just kind of like, fine, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, I think you have to just feel it. I've definitely thought I had the right moment, and then I changed it later because I was like, nope, this is not. I mean, I think a famous example from Heated Rivalry would be the tuna melt scene, which people were very frustrated about on the show and in the book, because Shane leaves at the end of it. Originally in the very first draft, he didn't leave, but I was like, no, he needs to leave. It's not time yet.
It needs to leave.
So I know it's frustrating, but I think it was worth it in the end.
It keeps you hooked in.
Yeah, if he'd stayed, it would have been not as interesting.
Yeah, the payoff is better. That's what I try to tell these two. They get really bad secondhand embarrassment. Like when reading or watching something, they'll close their eyes, they'll fast forward, which I think is, no, the author did it on purpose.
Well, like,
you need to experience it as they wanted
You have
it.
to
Books
drag
are
them through hell.
different.
You got to drag them through hell.
Books are different. For me, it's like when I'm watching it on a screen, because it's, like when I'm reading something, it's in my mind, it's whatever, like I can make it to how I want it to be, but it's also, it's less literal almost, of like seeing the expression and seeing it. I have such a problem. And the 10-second button has only made it worse.
No, it's bad. Adriana, the payoff. Come on.
Okay, Miss 2.2 over here.
I'm experiencing everything though.
Well, definitely the first time I watched like any footage of Heated Rivalry, I had to really psych myself up
Really?
to press play,
Really?
because I was like, I know it's probably really good, but I think it's gonna be so weird to watch.
Right.
And it was, but it was also just so satisfying and such a delight.
Did you do it alone, or did you go into the edit?
My husband was
post-production?
with me.
Okay.
And we decided to watch. We had all 6 episodes, but we watched one per night, so we could really think about it and talk about it.
Wow. Talk about a slow burn.
I know. We just really wanted to savor it.
On episode 1, was there a point where you went, okay.
Yeah, I think almost right away.
Right. Okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
And Dre, you listen to music while you read.
Yeah. I think it's just because our house isn't maybe the quietest.
Oh.
And I grew up such a bookworm that I was reading whenever I could, that like I was used to loud environments, and almost putting on music and putting in headphones was less distracting than voices.
Yeah.
So I still love it to this day. I'll throw on Spotify all the time.
I usually have to play a little mindless game on my phone while I'm listening to an audiobook or something. Or be driving. I have to be doing something else or chores.
Same.
Chores
I
is a
can't
huge
just
one.
like sit and listen to an audiobook. My mind starts to wander, so I need that second thing
That's
to
my-
keep me hooked in.
That's me as well. I'm like, my whole house gets clean, and then I finish cleaning everything, and I'm like, what now? I still want to keep listening, but I've got nothing else
Then
to
she'll
do.
go on a walk. It's a walk.
I'll walk. I've even
Yeah.
gotten to the point where I'll hold the physical book, like be listening and like follow along.
Oh yeah, that helps too.
That's helped. I will say.
I have had some times where it was when I was reading the Throne of Glass series, or I was listening to it again, that I wanted to keep going so much and I needed to focus. I just like laid down in my bed, turned the lights off, and I was just listening.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Not
kind of
me.
nice. It was like an immersive experience, like a sensory deprivation tank, and you're just
I would
in
totally lose whole chapters. I think.
Do you have one book that you'd recommend to our audience? We love asking people.
Any book?
Yeah.
Wow, that's huge.
I know.
I'll recommend. I want to recommend my Friends series because I don't think it's getting enough attention. The third book in the trilogy it just came out.
Okay.
I want to say it just came out, or it's just about to come out. I got it early, so I'm a little confused. But Ali Theron's the author. The series is called Sugar and Vice, and it's like an urban fantasy slow burn male romance. It's the romance is spread over the 3 books. It's like a world of like where there's like empaths who like are like kind of a problem that the government kind of has to deal with, and then there's like a guy who has no emotions, who's been like altered to have no emotions so that he can hunt down rogue empaths. And that's the
Fall in love with an
yes. It's so good. So yeah, and I think it's really cinematic. Like I would love to see it as a TV series. So that's my recommendation because I think it's one that most people don't know about. And you can buy the physical books too. Like it is in print. It is an audiobook and has a great audiobook narrator and ebook as well. So
Jacob is adapting Song of Achilles.
he's adapting a book called, I'm going to blank on the name of the book, but I've read it and it's really good. But the show is going to be it's like called Alexander. It's about Alexander the Great. But when he's really young and being tutored by Aristotle. So the book's actually the book's from Aristotle's point of view. I'm not sure if the show will be that way or not, but I have read some of the scripts and they are amazing. I feel like it was more Alexander focused, but I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, it was. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. But I know people have been saying they want to see Jacob adapt.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, that was definitely going around the internet pretty hard.
And you're down for that.
I would be down for that. I'd be down for somebody adapting it because I love that book. I love Cersei, the other book. Yeah, that series is great. But yeah, Jacob's Alexander series is going to be amazing. I'm so excited it's getting made.
Anything he does is brilliant. I'm a huge Letterkenny fan.
Yeah.
And so when I first heard the news of Heated Rivalry, and then I didn't know that Jacob was the director of it as well. And I go, the gay pastor, which then led me from Letterkenny, which led me down a rabbit hole of like, oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. I trust him to do this. And now just knowing that what a hand he had in Letterkenny too, I was like, what can't this man do?
Yeah, and he's made some incredible films as well. He's been around for a while in Canada for sure, making brilliant stuff. So it was a huge honor to even hear from him. And then, yeah, obviously he made a pretty good show.
Here we are.
So.
Here we freaking are. You are now part of the family, so you've got to help out around the house.
Okay.
Choose some chores and you'll be given a corresponding challenge. We've got laundry, dishes, vacuuming, and sweeping. Which one?
I'll take dishes.
Dishes. Read the last note in your notes app.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
You know, it's probably a list of books to recommend.
Oh,
Perfect.
Because that I made for this.
Perfect.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, I can just tell you those.
Absolutely.
Besides what I already
This
recommended.
worked out perfectly.
This actually worked out really great.
I was going to recommend a book called The Long Run by James Acker, which is a YA male romance. One of the characters is a track and field star that's in high school. That's why it's called The Long Run. It's just really good. Like I just think I remember when I was reading it thinking like people who like my books would probably also like this book. It's like I'm not even like the biggest YA fan.
Yeah.
Like usually I don't really want to read about people in high school, but this is really good.
We just did a YA for our book club, our Tall Tales Book Club, because we were like, we should throw a YA in there. Like,
And I will say, I enjoy that the YA. It was like refreshing to have a YA and just focus purely on like plot, and there was a little romance, but it was kind of like a nice switch up.
It was. It was a palate cleanser.
Exactly.
I did check and mate the Allie Hazelwood YA about chess, and I loved that.
It's kind of nice to revisit those,
It is.
those years and those
It really
feelings.
is. What else you got for us?
This is a nonfiction book about hockey. We Breed Lions by Rick Westhead is this amazing and really harrowing book about how messed up hockey culture is,
Really?
especially in Canada, especially with junior hockey. It's like a history. He's an incredible journalist in Canada, and I really recommend it if you want to understand all of the things that are broken about hockey culture.
Right.
And the other one I was going to recommend is Kat Sebastian's newest book, Starshipped, which is about two television stars on a show that the fans really, really ship the actors as a real couple.
Oh.
And then they really do get together. But I read it recently and I was like, well, this is very topical at the moment for me.
Absolutely. And then I guess we also just want to know, since you're such a major hockey fan, will you just predict for us who's going to win the Stanley Cup?
Oh, yeah,
this year?
Montreal.
Okay, perfect. There we go. There we go.
Go Canadians.
Go Canadians.
Well, sorry.
Crazy you said that. An American rugby player in the room. That's insane.
Talking hockey, sorry.
Talking hockey, talking men's hockey, whatever.
A lot of the players on the team are American, or some of them.
Really?
Go Canadians.
Then go Canadians.
Yeah, oh.
We're by it. We're used to. We're right by it.
Yeah, it's probably actually our closest team,
Our
Ilona.
closest team. Yeah. You know what? Hey.
Hey.
Go Canadians.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming over.
Oh, no problem. Thanks.
This was so exciting to have you here. Everyone follow Rachel on IG at Rachel Reid Writes. We will see you next week.
Thank you so much for coming over to the House of Maher, a Wave original.
Be sure to watch, subscribe on YouTube, and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind-the-scenes content. Bye, guys.
Go right, and then take a break.
Yeah, take a break. Well, take a
Vacation.
break and write and do whatever you need to do.
Will do.
Thank you, Rachel.
Bye,
Appreciate it.
Rachel.